Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Nina, and I work with the Tulane Alumni Career Professional Development Office. And so I just want to do a few housekeeping things before I hand things off to Val. Please introduce yourselves in the chat. Let us know where you're joining from. It's always fun to see just the different places where people are joining from all over the country and the world. But this session is being recorded, like I mentioned before, and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. And I will put the YouTube channel in the link, like the link in the chat in a couple seconds. But we have over 70 past sessions recorded and uploaded there. So if you would like to be notified of when new recordings are uploaded, you can subscribe to the channel. But yeah, I'll drop that in the chat in a second. But so today's session is about our job board, CareerShift. And Val, who is a Tulane parent, is actually the creator of CareerShift. So she's going to give us a walkthrough and she's going to be able to answer any questions that anybody has about CareerShift. I have been in there kind of using it and it is super powerful, but I'm really excited to kind of learn from Val because I think there's definitely some tune-ups that I personally could have just because we all can learn every day. So if you have any questions throughout the session, you can place them in the chat or you can send them to me directly, and then we'll circle back to them at the end. So I think that's about everything. I'm going to hand everything off to Val now so she can introduce herself. But thank you so much for being here. And here you go, Val.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction, Nina. Hi, everybody. Happy lunch hour for you. Thanks for choosing to spend a little bit of time with us today to learn more about how your job search can be a little bit more efficient for you. And we have a really powerful resource here called CareerShift. As Nina explained, I happen to be the founder of CareerShift, and Tulane University has been one of our first customers way back when, and so we really appreciate the partnership with your um, alumni group here. It is important to understand that CareerShift was created for with the proactive job search in mind. When I say proactive, I mean we all know what it's like to find a job that's looks interesting and we click apply and we do all this stuff. And then we tend to sit back and wait and wonder why we are not hearing back or we don't know what the next step is. Career Shift gives you really easy ways to get to where you want to be next. You can do it by finding jobs. We have a job aggregator, but we also have a contact aggregator. And we know that networking and meeting people gets the best results. We know that when people we like to hang with or people that we like to work with, if we like someone, we are definitely more um, inclined to hire people or work with people that we like. So, how do we find these people? We can find people on CareerShift as well. You can cross-reference LinkedIn in CareerShift as well. So, I'll show you how to do that as well. However, our contact information is really powerful, and I think it's going to help you tenfold. So we have a job aggregator, we have a contact aggregator, but we also have a company and organization aggregator. And the reason I mention this is that sometimes we can start our job search by pinpointing who our target companies and organizations are. Armed with that knowledge, we can do research on CareerShift and in many other places, of course, and then be prepared to begin to reach out to people that we're finding that already work there to make networking actually help us work, help us land. Because you know as well as I, probably already have some experience working. Oftentimes things are posted, but the people that get hired are the ones that know people. So we have to work all the different angles. And that was the reason that CareerShift was created. So what you're looking at right now is the first screen that each of you see once you log into your CareerShift account. Every CareerShift page is divided into three areas. The left-hand side is going to be your folder system. I've enhanced my screen size considerably because I think it's important for everybody to see more clearly. The middle section is the dashboard or the call to action. And the right-hand side of your screen is always going to be the action part of your page. Now, these numbers that you see correlated to jobs and contacts, etc., that is going to be correlated to what I have saved in my own CareerShift account. So that may not be, that'll change with everybody. We start everybody off with a 2-minute video to give you a little idea of how CareerShift can help you. But most importantly, I wanted to draw your attention to this middle section, and at the bottom is the word help. I wanted to make sure that you understand that we have tutorials here for you. If you need us, you can click the word support and we can help you by email. You can call us directly or you can sign up for additional webinars. So feel free if you have specific questions to let us know. We can help you with that very quickly. We also have something down here under the help area called New in Career Shift. When you click New in Career Shift, you are actually going to see the recent updates in Career Shift in the form of a slideshow. So it's really going to give you the up-to-date recent updates that have happened in Career Shift if there's some times passed since you've used it. So as I said earlier, I'm going to go back to the dashboard and the overview, which is the first screen that everyone sees. I just want to review with you that we have a job aggregator, we have a contact finder aggregator, and we also have a company and organization finder as well, followed by tools to organize yourself in your job search. So I'm going to show you each of these and a couple best practices that I have found to be extremely fruitful for job seekers. So if I go to jobs and I click on search, the right-hand side of my screen changes. So the right-hand side of your screen is the only change that you're going to see. I'm going to open up search by area, and then I'm going to open up advanced search. It's important for you to understand all the different filters that can be used by you and the fact that when you're searching for jobs, you're not only searching for jobs in the United States, but you can also pinpoint other areas of the globe. So keep that in mind as well. If I just wanted to put in, business manager, maybe healthcare here, um, maybe those are the three terms that I'm going to use. The keyword box is required. It can handle up to 500 characters. It's just bringing in the terms from the job description. These little icons of question marks that you find throughout everything in CareerShift give you additional information. So please pay attention to those because they really help you. If I opened up search by area and I'm going to look in the United States and I'm going to say that I was looking for something in Texas, maybe I was looking for something in Fort Worth. And then I can click on, these areas. I can further filter by types of jobs. I can filter by radiuses of zip codes, salary estimates, experience levels. All these question marks give you a lot of information. I can sort by relevance of keywords and or by date. I tend to like to search by date because I like to see the newest of the new right up on top, right? So if I just click the search button, I'm going to see that I have some opportunities here to see what's going on. These are what they actually look like. I can drag and drop them over to a folder system if I want. I can click save for later and add them into a particular folder. They tell you when it was posted. They tell you where it came from and who is hiring, the company. So it really gives you a lot of information. When you save a job, I could save this to the Tulane folder. I click save, and CareerShift will always verify for you what you have saved in your CareerShift folder system with a green banner across the bottom of your screen. So if I go to the Tulane folder, I'm actually going to see some jobs that I've kept. If I click pharmaceutical sales territory manager that's offered through Neuroscience Specialty in Fort Worth on the Lilly Company, I'm beginning to see what they're actually looking for, which is important, keeping all those keywords. From here, I've kept it, but I can also maybe from here click on Find Contacts. I can rate it. I can say this is a good one. I'm giving it 4 stars, and right now I'm gonna look for an initial contact. So I can move that. Then I can see this link here that says Find Contacts. When I click that link, CareerShift automatically takes you to the contacts search engine. You'll see contact search here. And now I'm looking for people that have an affiliation um, with the Lilly company. So if I want to cross-reference this, I can look for, gosh, maybe people in Fort Worth, or maybe I want to look for people that have a type of position, or maybe I want to look for a title seniority. In this case, I'm going to simply just cross-reference Tulane because I want to see if any alumni are already there. That would make it for a nice conversation for me. I click search, and we do see some people that are affiliated with Lilly. If I go to Alia Yufa and I click on the name, we see we have a picture. We see we have an email address. We have phone numbers. You can cross-reference by clicking on Search LinkedIn to learn more. You see employment history. You also see education. So he ended up with a Bachelor of Science from Tulane and then went on to the London Business School, which is pretty cool. You can save people as well. And when you save them, they're just saved in any folder that you want. Again, from here, I might say, well, I would like to, keep this all together. I'm going to, link a job, maybe, right? So you can find things that you saved in your Tulane folder and move them over. Maybe I just want to link that particular job. And then I click link, and now I have this job connected to a contact. You can do that whether you're saving contacts, jobs, or company information. So we've saved a job, we've saved a contact. What else might be helpful? Maybe we need to learn a little bit more about Lilly. There's yet another link here called Company Details. I click on that link and I see they're headquartered in Indianapolis. They're manufacturing and pharmaceuticals. I have some initial information about them. I have their social media links so I can begin to follow them. We also know that it's very important to follow our chosen companies. We have a description. And then in order to widen our research, we also have an immediate list of competitors that we can do these same actions with, finding jobs, finding contacts, cross-referencing to a fellow Tulane alumni, all of those good things. So we found a job, we found a contact, we found company information. What else might be helpful? Well, I'd like to know what other company jobs they have. I can click on company jobs and I see they have a boatload of opportunity. They have a boatload of opportunity all over the world. Maybe this is an important search to save. By any of the word search results, I can click this link, Save Search. I can name it. I'm going to name it Lilly, maybe Global, because it has all the jobs in it. I could further filter it by many different areas. I can also check this box to send myself email alerts so I have reminders of what's new. Maybe I want to receive it just weekly. I choose weekly and then I click Save Search. And coming to my smartphone and my email box, of course, are the latest opportunities offered that meet the criteria for this search. Now, you're going to be getting notifications on your computer and phone, but anytime when you're in your CareerShift account, you can go to Jobs. You can go to that subcategory Save Searches because we just saved that search. I click Save Searches, and all of my targeted job search strings are going to populate here. So where do I find them? Whoops, sorry, I just made a mistake. Um, I find them, I guess I was using Copilot for some reason. Where do I find them? You can organize them you can save them by, either saved most recently or created, the oldest. I'm going to organize it by most recent, and we should have Lily pop up here. Here it is again. I can delete it. I can unsubscribe from the emails if I no longer want them, but every time I click run the search again, it will be immediately updated. So you're always saving things that are brand new live dynamic links in CareerShift. We automatically update it for you every time you hit that search button. So in jobs, you can search. I can click manage and look at all the jobs I've chosen to save. I can save my searches, which we just went over. I can go to my last search. This is just an example of something someone had added into another account. But we said that people most likely will land because they networked with people. So how do we search for people? We go to contacts and we click on search. If I just wanted to see people that have an affiliation with Tulane, I could simply only use that filter and then click the search. It's important for you to know that the first 10,000 found contacts will populate. We're basically asking you, what are you really looking for? Well, I can search by area. I can search by, titles. Maybe I just wanted to find people that have an affiliation with Tulane that are have research in their title. So there's a myriad of ways to find people here. And again, you can drag and drop them over to a folder system and they'll be added. You'll have what these icons will let you know that we have phone numbers and or emails for them right here, which is quite nice. So play around with this because there's a myriad of ways you can do Department of Labor basic category. But if you want to get really granular, scroll on down and use the NAICS and the SIC codes. Those get very granular for you. So there's a lot of ways to search for people in CareerShift. So in contacts, you can search, you can manage. When I click manage, this is going to show all of the contacts that I've chosen to save. I can also save my contact searches. So just like we saved our job search strings, you can save a search and then continually go back and run that contact search. So keep in mind that this is a way to make your job search efficient. Set up your saved searches in jobs, contacts, and companies, and you will be saving yourselves a boatload of time. In contacts, you can search, manage, save your searches, go to your last search. You can import your own contacts into your CareerShift folder system on the left-hand side, or conversely, you can export saved contacts into an Excel spreadsheet. Very easy to do. But putting together target companies is really fantastic. If I click search under companies, you can use the industry settings, search by area. Advanced search would be, company sizes, minimum and maximum yearly revenues, minimum and maximum company sizes. Not all of us enjoy working for a Fortune 500 company. Many of us want smaller companies. We have, of course, the NAICS and SIC codes. By radius of zip code, that's quite nice. And don't forget, all these different countries. But more importantly, you can also look for keywords. So if you were interested in equine science, you could just put a term in there. I could state that I wanted to search in the United States for equine science, and I could click the search button, and it's just amazing how many opportunities are there. Many companies that we are completely unaware of. We all know the large ones, the ones that make the news, the ones that make the billboards, the ones that are kind enough to come to our career fairs, or friends, the companies that our friends and family are working for. But it is very important for people to understand or for us to swallow the notion that there's a lot of opportunity up there that we're not tapping into because we're unaware of the companies. So I ask you to spend some time looking for companies that make a difference for you and start targeting them. In companies, you can search, manage, you can save those searches as well. These were, equine companies. These are biological product manufacturing companies in North Carolina. You can do any of that you want. So three very robust search engines followed by organizational tools. You can upload and upload any number of documents that you want. You can send a communication to these folks. We will record it for you as a courtesy, um, and you can come back and to see what your communications are. Any communications and replies that you receive, of course, will go back to your email address because you do use your email address to create a CareerShift account. When you send something, it'll be placed on your calendar and you can put other events on there in case you want to keep a job seeking calendar. Um, Under settings is where you change any of your personal information or passwords, emails, those kinds of things. And we went over the help menu where you can find tutorials. We have support, see what we've done in CareerShift. And that is CareerShift in a nutshell. So what I'd like to do is open this up to any questions that you might have. Nina, I believe you said you were going to be kind enough to kind of act as moderator for us right now. And
Yes. I wanted to start off by saying thank you so much because that was so helpful for me. I feel like I've been kind of in career shift messing around, but seeing you kind of do a specific walkthrough like that, and
Mhm.
also the saved searches thing, I just know it's going to save me time. So thank you.
You're welcome.
But I did get a couple of questions sent directly to me, and if anybody else has any other questions, you can either send them directly to me in the chat or just place them in the chat. But the first one that I got is how many keywords do you suggest we use when searching?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, because the words that you use in the keywords are in the job description, right? You don't want to use words that will be found in every job description because you want to hone in on what is important for you. So when you begin to find, I'll start. I'm going to be like I'm going to repeat my last sentence actually before we stopped. Find a target company that you're interested in working for. Find what they call their job titles by finding out what they're looking for right now, right? Those are going to be helpful in the keywords that you choose. Of course, there's going to be things in a keyword that's important for you. For instance, if you have an MBA, maybe you want to write MBA in there because you know that that gives you, you want to apply for a job that they're asking for an MBA for. If you have a particular skill set, you can add that in too if it's something that's unique to you and something that's important to you. You can use ands, you can use nots, you can use basic Boolean search terms with quotations to get to your exact results that you're looking for. I hope that helps you.
Think that does. Yeah, I think the quotations thing is also something smart to remember. What are NAICS codes?
Sure. So uh, in industries, they classify, the government classifies different types of businesses. So if I'm going to go down to job and I click on search, and of course the right-hand side of my screen changed, right? And I'm opening up my radial buttons and I'm going down to the bottom here for NAICS codes, or actually for a contacts. That's probably a better example. You'll see that NIC, an agriculture Department of Labor basic category might just say agriculture. But if you have a distinct need to understand fruit and nut trees, you can go directly to those codes. And SIC codes are basically the same idea. They're just organized in a different way. As you'll see, the terms are different. But you can really it's just a way to get extremely granular for things for you. Like for instance, under SIC, I might want to look for biological products, right? If I wanted to go into biomedical manufacturing, and this would give me a more specific way of searching for a firm rather than a regular industry code, which may be more general, as you see. Let me scroll down here. I hope that helps.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that does. Okay, we have got a couple more. If
Mhm.
we have questions and we can't figure something out, what should we do while we're in
Yeah.
the, yeah.
Well, of course, you have people that can help you with, your finding yourself. Your the basic questions that the Career and Professional Development Office at Tulane can help you with. But if you have questions that are specific to the use of CareerShift and your need for searching, please remember to go to help and then click on support. And you can email us, call us, or sign up for additional webinars. Okay, we will help you right away.
Awesome. Okay, and then we've got how long does it typically take for Tulane alumni to grant access once requested? So that typically we are trying to do it in about 24 hours, but if you email us, I'll drop the email that you can contact us at, and then we can go in and accept you if you need it faster, or if it's been a couple days and if somebody has not gotten to it yet, that we can make sure that we get to it. So I'll drop that email in the chat. And then one last question is where does CareerShift pull its jobs from?
Sure. So CareerShift has partners all over, even overseas, for gathering in job feeds. You're going to see Indeed. You're going to see USA.gov. So if you're looking for government, don't worry about that. You're going to see company listings, which I think is really important because sometimes we know that employers love when we find their jobs on their websites. It I'm a firm believer that I believe it gives us one more green flag, if you will, through applicant tracking systems if they know that we've come directly to them. So under advanced search, you can look for job source and open up this filter that I'm showing you right now, and you can go directly and search company websites. But you're going to see all kinds of things. You're going to see all companies, you're going to see libraries, you're going to see higher ed, you're going to see, um, one of the examples I have here is Pipeline, Arizona. We get that in there too. You're hard pressed to not find something. You're going to see LinkedIn in here. Yeah, it's really.
Awesome.
It's,
Okay, cool. Well,
mhm.
thank you so much. If anybody else has any other questions, you can email at the email that we put in there, and you can always contact the support thing as well, just in case there's something very specific to CareerShift. But I just want to say thank you so much, Val. This was so helpful. And I love having you on, and it's really we love CareerShift over at Tulane, so we're very excited
Thank
about it, and we're really
you.
enjoying using it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your kind ears. Please know that we're here to help you, as well as your Alumni Career Professional Development Office. And good luck to each of you. I'll leave you with one note, if I may. CareerShift is a rather confidential job search tool. You're doing your own outreach, so no one's seeing what you're doing. So in the event that you are presently employed and deciding to dip your toes in the water again, please know that you are doing this confidentially.
Thanks, Val. That means a
Okay.
lot.
Mhm.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. We will be hosting more PDS sessions over the next, year and everything, happening at least once a month. So keep an eye on your inbox for more of these. And again, if with any questions, you can email us at alumnicareers@tulane.edu. Thanks, Val, and thank you everybody for joining us. Have a good rest of
Bye-bye.
your day. Bye, everyone.